Ruslan.
This Logan Paul video rejecting an aspiring influencer for a job request. Let's first jump into the video from Austin Wallace, who apparently quit his $100,000 a year job. Ask Logan Paul how, if he can work for him, and Logan Paul's response and the lesson here, and what is the better tactic and what is a skill that people are going to be looking for, that had he actually just tweaked a couple things he said, could have potentially landed a position with Logan Paul. So let me play you guys this clip if you guys haven't seen it, and then I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts.
I quit my job. No, wait, it's a story.
I'm interested.
It's a story. I quit my job legit 2 days ago. I came up here, took a risk. I'm originally from Ohio. No, like, I just needed to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business, trying to get a job. Like, I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was 7 dances. I did like
What's
that.
Your TikTok
I did.
So he asked him, "What are you good at?" And the guy says, "Dances. I've done TikTok videos."
I did that video, you know, like going like that.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
So you really got what it takes, and the kid responds with, "I don't." This is gonna be a really practical gem I'm gonna drop on you guys in this video.
Then why would I need a mentor? Well, why would I do that?
I want to be like. I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I bet I can't be a mentor right now. I need a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need
connections, and you need people be around you, right?
No, I didn't have connections and people around.
So then he gets into connections, needing people around. I'm not sure what he was expecting in this situation, but I wanted to highlight Zach Sparazzo's response to this. Zach Sparazzo actually works with me, and if you want to hear the backstory of how Zach Sparazzo came to work for me, go check out this video. But because the video idea came from Zach Sparazzo, watching his video on this, I wanted you guys to see Zach Sparazzo's response as someone who's 23 years old, built a a six-figure business at this guy's age, doing this very thing. And then you guys go watch Zach Sparazzo's entire video. Then I'm gonna give you guys my take and a very, very practical thing he could have done different, and what you could do different that I think is going to help a lot of you guys if you're ever in a situation like this. Listen up.
But when you're talking to a CEO or someone you want to work for, there are a few things that matter to them in that conversation. They don't want to know that you quit your job. They don't want to know that you snuck on stage. They don't want to know that you don't want to do what you're doing before and you want to be an actor. What they want to know, if you're going to sit up there and beg, they want to know, what are you going to add to their life? So what value are you going to add to their life? Now, this might take a little bit more preparation than just a cool story. It's always a cool story to say, I quit my job, I drove to Ohio where the fight was, and Logan Paul gave me a job. But it's not as cool to say, I spent tons of time researching, tons of time growing in my craft and in my skill, so that when I get to an opportunity where I can meet someone in his circle or meet him, I have a skill that I can bring to the group, and I've done so much research that I know what they need and how it's going to fix that problem.
Okay. What is the value and the problem that you could solve for the person you're attempting to pitch yourself to? A lot of people want to get in a creative space. A lot of people want to get into this whole space. I'm gonna give you guys one simple nugget and how this whole thing could have went different, and something I think you guys could take away from this situation to implement into your own development. Okay, this is his TikTok page. This is AJ Wallace, Austin Wallace TikTok page. He has 140,000 TikTok followers. Right now, I don't know how fast he built these up. I don't know if these happened before the Logan Paul situation. It looks like he was doing numbers way before the Logan Paul situation. That did 12 million views. But this kid was doing 300,000, 100,000, 400,000, 500,000. And I'm assuming he probably built a TikTok following of at least 100,000 before this clip went viral. What should he have done different? What could you do different? Here it is right here. Listen up. If you guys are looking for how you can go work for a bigger influencer, how you can get a mentor, Zach is spot on. What are you offering to the situation? How can you solve their problem? Here's what he could have said that would have completely changed the conversation. Logan Paul, man, listen, I've grown an organic following on TikTok from nothing. You're 26, you're a couple years older than me. I'm a part of the TikTok generation. I will come alongside and be on your team, and I'll make all your TikTok videos. I'll make sure that all your stuff is super dope. I know that you're operating and potentially doing more fights, and you're a YouTuber. This is my ecosystem. I'll come on your team. I'll make all your content. I have proof of concept. I have 100,000 followers. I have millions of likes. I have millions of views on TikTok. Man, I'll be the guy on your team to make all your TikTok videos, and that would have got his foot in the door instead of playing this, I don't have any skills, I don't know if I'm good at anything, I did a dance on TikTok. No. I built something, and I could do the same thing for you, and you wouldn't even have to think about it. You take it out of your head, I'll hang with you, I'll do this video, boom. That would have potentially gotten him a job. And by the way, if you are currently looking to get in the content space, it's gonna be one of the most practical things I'm going to say on this channel. I just got off the phone with an artist who has multiple gold records, and we had this exact same conversation. Man, I know TikTok, short form, vertical video is where it's at, but gosh, we don't have the capacity to make TikTok videos. If I could find someone local to me right now that can come on and be someone that makes the videos, I know I can get an ROI on my investment, a return on my investment, and bring somebody on the team to help me with the vertical content. Someone that could potentially come over, do a content day once a week and get paid really good money. So if you're watching this video and you're like, where do I start? Hey, start in trying to master and hack the platform like this kid AJ actually did. He actually crushed it on TikTok, and then say, I'll come alongside of you. I'll hold down your content on this platform. You got other things going on. I'll do it. This is how you get my foot in the door. And now he could have been attached to a brand like Logan Paul. He could have been attached to someone that like Logan Paul. He has proof of concept. What? He built the TikTok following from 0 to 100. That's not easy to do. It's not simple to do, right? So if you're sitting here and you're looking at the content space and you're like, man, I'm young, I'm under 25. How do I get my foot in the door? How do I get my music career started? How do I get my YouTube career started? You pull up on someone that's already established with 150,000 followers on TikTok and say, yo, I want to come work for you and handle your TikTok page, and they're in proximity, they're in your city. Or maybe it's not an influencer, maybe it's a small business, right? And this is potentially how a lot of you guys are gonna be able to make some serious revenue streams by holding down people's content. And if you go and watch Zach's video, which I really do recommend you guys watch Zach's video, because sometimes, I hear stuff from me and it don't really resonate the same way because I'm a little older, I'm in my 30s, but I want you guys to hear from somebody that's closer to some of your guys' age, that's 23, went and did the six-figure thing. You also get to hear the cool little backstory on how he came to work with me and how he built his revenue streams out, right? When he was doing this and creating content for other businesses. That is the model. If you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to find work, if you don't know how to go build something autonomous based on your personal brand, then if you need to make some money real quick, you'll make way more money in the market helping someone else that's already established, a small business, that coffee shop, maybe a church, an influencer, a football player, whoever, helping them make their content come around once a week. Right? I'll tell you right now, if I had somebody local who had proof of concept, over 100,000 followers, knew how to hack TikTok, I'd probably bring somebody on, no questions asked, probably $1,000 a month right now. If he was actually gonna come around, make native content right now, potentially more, 1,500, 2,000, because I know that, if I could have somebody help me market the music and help me market the YouTube, and they understand TikTok, that's an easy $25,000 a year side job. You get 4 or 5 people to do that for, and now you're holding down people's entire TikToks, multiple businesses, and you're getting better. Oh, and by the way, you still have your own TikTok, so at some point you could potentially develop your own business and go full-time with your own thing. Those are my thoughts on this situation. I think this guy, Austin, is actually way more talented than he gave himself credit for, and I think he played himself. Well, all you have to do is just say, hey man, I'll be on your team, I'll be the TikTok guy. Listen, some of y'all watching this, most of you guys aren't gonna care about this video. There's gonna be a few of you guys that watch this and really take this to heart. And this information could potentially change the trajectory of how you build out your revenue streams in your business. I'm trying to get rolling here, and that was good reminders. What would you want to hire off of a good reel of work, or socials? Zach, social's my guy. If somebody pulls up and they have amazing a reel of work, but I need someone to grow my TikTok, which I like literally do right now. I have 30,000 followers. We have someone, Gabe, who does a good job curating. But if there was somebody in San Marcos, which is where I'm at, who is legitimately bona fide, done TikTok, has hundreds of thousands of followers, and they just haven't figured out how to monetize it. Because that's the truth about TikTok. It's very difficult to you could understand TikTok, you could crush on TikTok, but you can't always monetize TikTok. If I'm trying to find someone like that, I need numbers. I need proof of concept. I'm not just gonna hire somebody that says they can do it. I need a proof of concept. This kid had the proof of concept. That's the wild part. He had the proof of concept. So I would say, get the proof of concept, show the proof of concept, show that you're competent, show that you know what you're doing, show that you've accomplished something, and then come around a bigger creator, influencer, football player, entrepreneur, and say, bro, Ruslan, you're at 30,000, bro. I'll get you to $1 million by the end of the year because I just got my TikTok to 200,000. That, you know how valuable that is to someone like me who just doesn't have the capacity. And it's not just me. I was just on the phone with someone who is a mega successful artist. We had this exact same conversation. And he was like, bro, it's the last thing I want to do is get up and try to figure out TikTok. And I'm like, I'm with you, bro. However, I'm willing to pay for people who are competent and already have a proof of concept and pay them, and they just haven't figured out how to monetize it.
Kingstream Entertainment, Ruslan.
Yo, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you found it valuable, considering giving it a like and subscribing. This month, I'm releasing the Love What You Do collection. And to celebrate, I'm doing a 3-day virtual event to help us go from learning to love what we do to ultimately doing what we love. By the way, it's free, so hit the link in the description to grab your seat today.